Ruby Among Us is a novel about 3 women, and they share one story. And the grandmother is Kitty, the granddaughter is Lucy, and Ruby is the daughter. And Ruby dies when Lucy is just a little girl. Ruby is really the key to Kitty's past and also to Lucy's past too, and she's really the only way that Lucy thinks that she can find out about her mother and really recall all of her memories and just really feel complete. She really feels that she will be complete when she really can remember her mother, is to pull the information from Kitty. But Kitty has a lot of secrets, and she is really afraid to open those doors, because if she opens those doors, then it's going to open doors to other memories and grief and loss and possibly rejection if she tells these things to Lucy. So what she does is hold tighter to her secrets. Lucy is on a journey to find her father, so there is that aspect of the book. She really is on a journey to find the men in her life, which are very absent. And at the beginning of the book, some people might be alarmed that there really aren't very many men in the book. Where are the men? Because Kitty raises Lucy in a very reclusive lifestyle. Lucy is very gifted, so she doesn't mind just playing the piano and studying and working hard and not really having any friends except for her grandmother and what her grandmother exposes her to. So that search for the men in her life, whether it be her father or her grandfather, it is still a missing link, even though I don't think that it takes over the intergenerational relationship of her mother and her grandmother. That really is first and foremost. I hope that my book can appeal to somebody who doesn't have an evangelistic worldview. I think that the search for faith, the search for heritage, the search for roots, it's really universal. In Ruby Among Us, faith is really just one small. Now, if a Christian reads it, they might just really connect and go, oh, wow. But I really think, I heard somewhere that there is a statistic out there that 75 to 80% of the United States identify themselves with faith in one God. And that, even if they aren't Christian or if they aren't Jewish, they still want the opportunity to choose that and pursue that if they want to, or whatever religion they're trying to choose or they're looking at. And I think Christianity is just on the table, for a lot of people. Just make it part of the buffet, But I hope that somebody who doesn't have an evangelistic worldview wouldn't not pick up my book, because I just think that there is so much more to the story too, about mothers and daughters, and just trying to find your heritage. Because I don't want to give away the story, but if you do read the book, there is just so much heritage that Lucy is missing out on, and faith is very big, but just not the main part. That's just not the main part of the book. This is my first novel, and I have so many emotions running through me ever since I found out that it was going to be published that it's really hard to articulate. But besides that, the fact that it's amazing, it's everything that I ever dreamed but didn't dare dream. In some ways, I'm very nervous, because this book, whenever I set out to write this book, I really wasn't writing it for publication, although my husband was planning on making sure that I got it published someday. But I wasn't really this story. I thought maybe it would just be practice, or maybe I thought, oh, Hannah will find it in some attic someday. I don't have an attic, but I imagine that whenever I'm an older woman, that I'll live in a really big house and have an attic, and I will put treasures up there for Hannah and her children to find. And so I thought maybe I'll bind it up and she might read it, or a great-granddaughter, and so it would just be maybe a legacy to somebody. So I really didn't believe that it would be published. And so I'm a little bit nervous about that people might be like my mother and read it and call up and say, oh my goodness, I know all about you now because your secrets just all came out. But the whole book is based on fiction. It is a fictional book, just based on my experiences.